international date line, which when you're going west, you lose a day. Yeah. So you leave Monday night, you arrive basically Wednesday morning, their time. So that whole concept of crossing the international date line, the fact that it's 8 o'clock here and it's 5 o'clock in LA, but it's...
Well, here, we'll show you.
Yeah, so we've got a song to illustrate that. Thanks.
Yeah, I opened it up with Yakko. He's in an airport and he's looking at a bunch of clocks. And so it goes on.
When you're traveling from Nantucket through Chicago to St. Paul, and you're standing in an airport and you look upon the wall, there's a clock for every city and a different temporal. From Asia through Malaysia to Peru. Did you ever wonder why that when it's 6 o'clock in Maine, at precisely the same moment, it is 8 a.m. in Spain? When it's breakfast time in Rome, they're having lunch in the Ukraine. And it's supper up in Upper Kathmandu. If the earth were spinning faster as the sun is moving past her, the day might only be an hour long. And school, when they begin it, would only last a minute before everybody has to run along.
All right.
Okay, if the earth were the planet that was closest to the sun, a year would be much shorter and you'd have a lot of fun. Because by the time you were in first grade, you were over 21. And you lived to be 903 or 4. Time is relative, dependent. You can save it, you can spend it, doing things you like to do or learning how. You can't see it, you can't taste it, but you certainly can waste it, which is really what we're doing here right now. The international date line is an imaginary cleft. Today is on the right side and tomorrow's on the left. So when you cross it, do you then arrive the day before you left? That's how it works, it's quite berserk, you see. So if you were born in China while I'm born in Carolina, well then you're a day ahead of me, you see. So the way I gotta reckon, if we're born in the same second, then why should you be a day older than me? But it really is no miracle, the difference in our birth. Because the world is spherical, that's why around the earth there's always different times for London, Moscow, Dallas, and Fort Worth. And that's the way it's always gonna be. So remember, when you're traveling from Nantucket to St. Paul, and you're standing at that airport with those clocks upon the wall, that you might think about this song, my friend, and then you will recall that it was mildly amusing, but then totally confusing, and I'll bet you wish we hadn't sung at all.
Isn't that great? Randy Rogel! Man! But see, and the thing that's really cool is, of course, when we go to work, you know, Randy would just come in and say, okay, here's the demo, and here's the music, and every day it would just be like, are you kidding me? How did you come up with this? Well, they told me to write a song about time, so between getting a haircut and mowing the lawn, I did. Crazy. And then, of course, while we were, actually, January after.
Say, this next song is really important because it's been exactly 20 years since the huge big earthquake hit Los Angeles, the '94 earthquake.
Right, because
crashed my house.
Yeah, it did, right? It cracked your house?
It trashed my house, and I remember my little boy at the time said, hey, Dad, why don't you write a song about an earthquake? And I thought, well,
it's a cool thing. People die.
Yeah, people die.
Wreckage, homes, lives are ruined. Sure.
Yeah, like, how am I going to make that funny?
Yeah.
So here's what we came up with.
Yeah, so he did.
This is the city, Los Angeles, California. On a starlit winter night, when the moon was shining bright, back in January of 1994, at 4:30 in the morning, and without a single warning, something strange began to move the floor. It was a quake. The house begins to shake. You're bouncing across the floor and watching all your dishes break. You're sleeping, there's a quake. You're instantly awake. You're leaping out of bed and shouting, "Oh, for heaven's sake!" I ran outside with neighbors, their faces filled with shocks. That's because I'm standing there in nothing but my socks.
Oh, a quake, say it's all a big mistake. Just feel the ground go up and down on someone hit the brake. A quake, oh what a mess they make. The bricks, the walls, the chimney falls, destruction in its wake.
Now I did not have insurance, so I called them from the scene. Suddenly I'm listening to an answering machine say, "Too late, too late, you shouldn't auto wait, 'cause now you're stuck. We wish you luck, here comes a 6.8. Whose fault? Whose fault? The San Andreas' fault, 'cause Mr. Richter can't predict her kicking our asphalt."
Seismologists all say tectonic plates are in between and encroaching crustal mass.
Yeah, so what the heck's that mean?
It means a quake!
Oh, no.
A quake!
Oh, really? Yeah, no fake? We kinda had that feeling when the ground began to shake. You know, California's great. It's such a lovely state. And every lawn is sitting on a continental plate.
Los Angeles had fires and a riot and a flood and then a drought and a recession. And now we hear this thud.
A quake! A quake!
How much more can we take?
The brick, the walls, the chimney.
No, we thought that we had seen it all, but this one takes the cake.
The dirt, the rocks, and all those aftershocks. It's just a planet moving granite several city blocks. LA town is falling down while the ground moves around. We won't let it get us down. We're Californians.